Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today oh Lord. I gotta start. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about relationships and the hallelujah.
Self-hallelujah.
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 Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about relationships, self-confidence, and self-esteem. So if you guys are interested in this topic, please keep watching. I would have to say that one of the #1 topics that are on all social media, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Periscope, any major social media, one of the main things that are talked about are relationships and how nobody can find a significant other, how nobody can keep a significant other, how a significant other is not faithful or they're not completely loyal. It's just continuous talk about the other person and how they are lonely because they're not in a relationship. Or my favorite is now that the weather is changing, now that the season is changing, what's the term? It's cuffing season. So now people are trying to find somebody to cuddle up with, make a whole bunch of babies, and then they probably gonna sit there and be complaining about how they're not a good baby daddy and all that other kind of stuff. Well, you knew how he was before you even laid down with him. But that's a totally different video. There's gonna be like 4 things that I'm gonna point out that really goes with relationships, self-confidence, and self-esteem. The first one is people who are in bad relationships really do not know that they're in a bad relationship. I'm about to say relationship. But there are a lot of people, whether they are lesbian, gays, heterosexuals, or any other kind of relationship that are out there. They're in relationships with people and they don't even know that it is a bad relationship. They don't know that it's going downhill. They don't know that the other person is controlling or that the other person have abusive tendencies. They don't know anything. So it's kind of like they're in a relationship with an individual that they really do not know. And that's one of the most dangerous things that you can do. And one of the things that you can do to combat that is, before even getting in a relationship, knowing who you are first, knowing your self-worth, being confident without having to be with someone, and having the wisdom, I guess you could say, or discerning spirit to know whether or not individual is good for you or bad for you. Before you allow anyone into your life, you truly need to pray and ask God to give you some type of sign or some type of signal to let you know whether or not this person is someone that should be in your life. One of the most dangerous relationships to be in is to be in a relationship with someone you do not know, hence making it a bad relationship. And when you are in a bad relationship, then you as an individual, you are not taking care of yourself. You're not keeping yourself up. You're doing things that you traditionally would not do. So all in all, it's just a bad situation for not only you, but for your close friends and family. Another topic, or another thing that I guess you could say is really important when it comes to relationship and self-confidence and self-esteem, is people who are in bad relationships and they know they're in bad relationships. This is one of the things that really confuses me. Whether you are a male or a female, I do not understand how anyone could stay in a bad relationship. There is nothing in this world that should really keep you in a bad relationship. But I understand that every situation is different. A lot of people who stay in bad relationships stay in them because they do not think that they can do better for themselves. They feel like that the person they are with is the best that they will ever get in life. And sad to say, some people really think like that, but it's not true. If you take the time to really self-evaluate and get yourself together, first you need to take care of you before you can even nurture any type of relationship. So when you are in a bad relationship and you know you're in a bad relationship, one of the major signs, you will start making excuses for your relationship. You'll say, oh, well, he didn't mean nothing like that, or dog, he didn't mean nothing like that, or you know this is how this person is. Oh, don't sit here and sweat it. That's just them. When you find yourself making excuses for the other person, that is when you should know that you're in a bad relationship. There should be no reason why you should have to defend not only yourself, but your relationship to anyone else. When that starts to happen, then you really need to evaluate your relationship. There's some people who know they're in a bad relationship and their family and friends tell them that person is not good for you. You should not be with that person, but the individual stays. I don't understand why. I'm confused by that. I don't understand how a female, because it's mostly females who do this, not trying to be sexist or anything, but mostly females, they will sit here and they'll come home, they'll let the man tell them what they need to be doing. Oh, you need to cook, you need to clean. Granted, now these are true domestic things that most women should be doing within a marriage or within reason. If you've been in a committed relationship, I can understand you doing this, but there should be no man that's telling you this is what you need to be doing as soon as you come home, and if you don't, then he's gonna beat your behind. I don't know. You should not be in a relationship like that. And women, you are better than that. You need to separate yourself, and if he doesn't want to leave you alone, go get a restraining order against him, or heck, go get poo-poo and tell him to go beat his behind. I'm pretty sure that could fix it. But anyway, whenever you're in a bad relationship and you know it, you really need to take the time to really evaluate yourself and truly know your self-worth. Once you do that, it'll be so easy for you to detach yourself and to actually engage in healthy relationships in the future. Okay, the third thing that most people do when it comes to relationships, self-confidence, and self-esteem is people who self-esteem or self-confidence are affected by bad relationships. Meaning, you can be in a relationship and the man or the woman will say negative comments to you on a consistent basis. That truly affects anyone's self-esteem. And when an individual's self-esteem is damaged, it takes years to combat that. Experienced it firsthand, where people told me that I was ugly, I was too black, that I really wasn't going to be worth anything. And the fourth and last thing that I want to mention is how people treat others when they're in a bad relationship. One of the biggest things, or one of the biggest red flags when individuals are in bad relationships is by how they treat other people. If you see them constantly saying negative things to someone, whether it be a family member or a friend, then you know that, or that should give you an indication that something is going on behind closed doors. Something is not right with them, or something is not right in their home. That's not to say that you need to go snooping in a business and try to tell them, look, you need to fix yourself so you can stop being like this. No, if that's not your place, do not do that. But what I'm saying is, be very mindful and have a watchful eye of people who say negative things on a continuous basis, because that means something is going on behind closed doors. Those who create drama, those who create issues in a situation where it's not necessary or not even needed, something is going on behind closed doors. The one thing that I can say to you that will help, and whatever the situation is to pray for that person. Regardless if the person is making the negative comments about you, continue to pray for that person, because that is all that you can do. if you go to that person and you try to combat what they say by saying, no, that's not me, basically trying to defend yourself, it's not going to do anything but create continuous dialogue between you two that could really blow up the situation. So what the best thing to do, or the best thing that you should do really, is just pray for that person, because it's only going to take not only, but a divine intervention will have to happen to that person, and it may not be you that will have that divine intervention take place. If that makes sense to you, I hope that it does. But yeah, just pray for that person. When things like that happen, you need to continue to stay prayed up and make sure that the people that are around you are positive people, and that they're continuously pouring positive things within you, so that when that does happen, you'll have that kind of, you know, flubber, I guess you could say, so that it can bounce off of you, and so that you can just like let it roll off your back. And I know that it's easier said than done, but I would not be able to speak on it if I did not experience it firsthand. Each one of those I have experienced firsthand, whether it was done to me or whether I was in the situation, I experienced it firsthand. So I know the exact feeling, and I know that you can tend to feel helpless, hopeless, worn out, discouraged, all of those things. The only thing that I can tell you is to make sure you keep God first, and make sure you take care of yourself. If you keep God first and you take care of yourself, God will take care of you, and he'll bring the right person, whether it's a significant other or whether it's a friend or whether it's just a companion. God will bring the right person to you at the right time. So if you guys have any questions or comments, or if there are any additional things that you would like to add to the list that I just spoke about, just leave them down in the comment section below. I would love to read them, and I would love to respond and have some type of dialogue so that I can just see what you guys think. Also, if you like this video, don't forget to like it and hit the subscribe button on your way out. And until my next video, you guys, see you later. You always gotta do that. Ooh.
Alright, that was very good.